On this video, I will give you some tips on how to increase chances of passing interviews for call center agents. But before that, please support my channel by hitting the subscribe and the bell notification button below so that you will also be updated for any other tips and tutorials that I will be uploading soon. First tip, kapag nasa interview, always wear a smile. It will show the interviewer that you are confident enough to talk to them. Second, as much as possible, you should be wearing a formal attire. This is not critical, but it may increase the chance of passing depending on the interviewer. Remember, kahit gaano ka kagaling at ka-qualified, pag di ka trip ng nag-interview sa'yo, bye-bye! Our goal is to eliminate all possible things that might cause you to fail, regardless how much or little it is. Our third tip is always do a handshake. Aside from being formal, by doing this, it will also show respect and confidence. Fourth tip, show that you are confident in speaking English. Huwag matakot magkamali sa grammar. Kadalasan yung mga nag-i-interview may mga grammar lapses din. As much as possible, it would be better if you would be watching videos on YouTube to enhance your oral deliberation, pronunciation, and grammar skills. However, if you are already on an interview, just don't think na mataas na yung taong kausap mo. Just think na nakasalubong mo lang to at nagtatanong lang ng direksyon kung saan siya pupunta. This is actually the hardest part for most applicants. Kasi kabado, nawawala dahil sa kaba, natatakot magkamali, overthinking, and so on. Which is the most common reason why applicants are failing. Our fifth tip. Answer the question by following the KISS rule. Keep it short and simple. Kasi nga, the less talk, the less mistakes. Saka, di naman pahabaan yun ng sagot. You just make sure that you get to the point and explain your answer. Our sixth and last tip. Pag di mo na-gets ang tanong, gayahin si Susan Roses. Huwag mahihiyang magtanong. Kasi it is also part of your conversational skills na kaya mong i-clarify ang tanong at aminin na hindi mo na-gets. Kasi kadalasan, i-rephrase naman nila for your better understanding. You can use phrases like, I'm sorry, I did not catch that, or so on, mga ganun. It will also ensure na ang sagot mo ay appropriate sa itinatanong nila. Here are the list of the most commonly asked questions during a call center agent interview. And sisimulan natin siya sa walang kamatayan na tell me something about yourself. So normally on this question, I don't answer it with my life story. You should answer it with what are your qualifications, what are your job experiences, and what is your edge among other applicants that nakasabay mo. Because they will not ask for your life story nor your family's life story. So, if I will be asked by this question, here's how I am going to answer it. Okay, so let's start. Can you tell me something about yourself? I am a college undergraduate of Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in Special Education. My first job was a call center agent handling AT&T account with technical support team. We best provide customer experience by doing appropriate troubleshooting steps on the customer's issue, and we also make sure that we exert all our resources and efforts before dispatching a technician if the issue cannot be resolved over the phone. And sometimes we also handle billing concerns and escalation. And I know that you would be noticing that my educational attainment is really far from my first job. It's just so happened that I was able to prove to them that I am capable of doing something even though I don't have a background about it, because I am always open for learning, and I make sure that I'm not satisfied for being just good, and I always aim to be the best. So, ayun na nga mga besiwap. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga answers ko is showing kung anong mapapala ng company sa akin. Okay? So, gets ba tayo doon? Are we good with that? So, next question that is commonly asked as well is, where do you see yourself in 5 years in the company? So, usually this is a trick question. Because this is just for them to gauge if you are willing to stay with the company, and if you have plans to go somewhere or so, kung ano bang mga plano mo in the near future. So make sure to answer it that you will stay with the company and you want stability. So kung ako yung tatanungin itong tanong na to, here is how I'm going to answer it. Oh, okay, that's great. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years here in the company? So, I see myself as one of the team leaders in this company on the next 5 years. I really do aim for promotion as much as opportunity comes. I will not think twice to grab the opportunity as long as I know that I will be good fit for the job and will contribute on the company's growth. So, third natin na usually asked question is, what is your expected salary, mga besiwap? So, if I will be the one to be asked, this question is, I usually research first the company on their offers. Because, di ba, kadalasan yan may mga ads sa Facebook or sa kahit anong media platform. I research it, and then I make sure that I provide the company's best offer or the maximum offer that they have on their ads. So, if I will be asked that question, I will say the maximum amount so that I will be offered somewhat close to that amount. Okay? So, I'm gonna answer that question. Oh, okay. And can you tell me, what is your expected salary here? So, I am expecting somewhere around 27,000 to 30,000 as a starting salary, and I will make way to get extra by getting all possible income like performance, attendance, incentives if there are any, or since I've mentioned I'm aiming for promotion as well. Okay, thanks. That's great. And one usual question as well, mga besiwap, ang ating fourth question na laging natatanong is, why should we hire you? So, seriously, this question is for you to make sure that you could sell yourself to the interviewer. Make sure to answer it by searching what are the qualities of a good call center agent, and what can the company benefit from you. Just like how you answered, tell me something about yourself. But on these things, make sure to emphasize and focus on anong mapapala ng kumpanya sa'yo at bakit kanila dapat i-hire. Okay? So, if I will be asked that question, here is how I will be answering it. Tell me, why should we hire you? I believe that you should hire me for the reason that I am a right fit for the job. I have all the qualities that you are looking for. And when I commit to something, you should consider it done. Whatever happens, I make sure that I deliver, and I have a lot of mouths to feed, and I cannot afford to switch from one company to another. I want to be part of this company for good and be one of the reason why this company will grow even bigger. And the last usual question that I have experienced or I have encountered during a call center interview is like giving a scenario on a disagreement with a coworker or a supervisor or anyone. Basically, they provide you this or ask you this question, and how you resolved it is so that they could also see how you handle hard situations, or how do you work how do you work when you're in pressure. So usually I make sure na bida ako pag tinanong ako, and I was able to resolve it and have a good what they call this, a good ending or good resolution. So if I will be asked this question, here is how I am going to answer that question. Tell me about a scenario wherein you had a disagreement with a coworker or a supervisor. How did you resolve it? So, as far as I could remember, when I was in my previous company, me and my manager had arguments about what our action plan is. I simply questioned her about it and she got annoyed. I explained my inputs and eventually it turned out as an agreement that my input may work better, so we gone through the plan. I apologized for her questioning her action plan and said that I just want to know more about it and give my opinions so that we could get better teamwork and performance. And then what eventually happened, we got a good bonding. She smiled and complimented me. That's great. So that's it for today. Thank you. So, ayun na nga mga besiwap. So, here are the list of the most commonly asked questions and how I answered them. And I provided you some tips as well how you will be answering it. So, just in any case, just feel free to, put in your inputs and whatnot on the comment section below. Okay, see ya!